What is up, everybody? I hope everyone's enjoying another new day. As you can see here, it's not exactly the nicest day out here. We did get rain. But anyways, guys, we're not going to let that stop us. Let's go ahead and take on our day. Do have to admit, this did catch me off guard when I saw how wet it was out here. I wasn't expecting it to rain again, even though my knees were bugging out pretty bad. They still are. But lucky thing is on that, it wasn't much rain. It's probably about an inch of rain. Saw a truck on the other side of the store over there, going towards that truck spot, that little truck area back there. Which doesn't really surprise me. And I know you recognize that thing still. Making sure we're not being watched. You get watched by someone you don't even know. Guys, I'm just gonna have to give you a little forewarning. That usually means that person's a creep. And you need to stay clear of them. For once, that thing didn't blow closer to the sidewalk. It stayed out in the middle of the lawn. For once. Yeah. My fucking father decided to attack me when I was trying to push him out of my face. All because I was yelling at everybody to stop getting into my stuff if they're not going to let me into anyone else's. What do? They start trying to kick me out. My father decides to get in my face, yelling at me to get out. So I tried to push him out of my face. And what does he do? He automatically assumes I'm trying to punch him because of an unintentional touch to his face. And this is what he does to me. He drew blood. There's blood all over my freaking hoodie. There's blood on my phone. He drew blood. I was trying to get him out of my face. I was not attacking him. And this is what he does. So no, I am calling CPS on this phone right now, as you guys can no doubt hear. I am done letting them get away with this shit. Done. As you guys will no doubt remember from earlier, I told you about what my dad did. I did talk to the police after they called them on me. Excuse me, my camera lens is a little messed up. It's got something on it. And it is raining currently. I've lost my voice because I had to raise my voice at them. And even then, they still would not listen. Even though, despite the fact that they were forcing my hand to that point. Because, well, the main reason, my stepmom snapped at me not to go through other people's stuff when I was trying to help her look for a pair of headphones. And she decided to start going through my stuff, saying, oh, she's cleaning it up. It needs to be cleaned. First off, if I can't go through somebody else's stuff to help you out, you aren't going through my stuff. Tried pointing it out to them, they turned that into an argument. Refused to listen. My dad decided to stick up for her instead of his own son. And it turned into that little fight that I described earlier. Because he didn't want to listen, and he also kept getting on my face and assumed that me trying to push him back out of my face was an assault with my hands, because he kept coming close, my hand slipped, got him in the face like that. He assumed I was assaulting him, instead of accepting that maybe he caused it by continuing to move closer, like an idiot. And he punches me. Starts punching me left and right. I mean, look at this. I didn't even notice that earlier. Well, I didn't even notice that until I was already on the street to this park. I'm at Fort Stevens right now. There's even a little blood on my glasses, including a small drop on the lens that I just now noticed. And you can see that on that particular tooth. That's where my lip hit. Because he punched me right there in the mouth. So, in response, I aimed for the weak spot, but got him there instead. Which is basically still a weak spot. And yet, I'm the one who has to get thrown out. Every single time. It's like all they do is treat me like crap and assume I'm responsible for every little thing that goes wrong. So now, guys, I blocked both of them from ever contacting me on my phone ever again. I'm going to be deleting their numbers soon enough, and I am not going to help that witch get any 7 rewards. So I am not using her phone number ever again to get her any points. She can do it herself from now on. I've already alerted to a friend of mine to what's going on. I've posted to Facebook what happened. Now I've got to re-download Twitter and Instagram to get things back up. We'll see where things go from there. Hopefully, someone will set up a GoFundMe, and either that or I can set one up and hopefully get the funds I need to get out of that trash heap out of that shithole that I'm living in. Excuse my language, everyone, but I am still pissed off. I am still extremely pissed off. I am not, this sort of thing, you don't calm down easily from. Especially when your own father attacks you and makes you look like the asshole. And your whole family, and basically starts a fight, scaring your own youngest sister out of her mind. And then the fact that both my stepmom and my dad are not getting off their tails and making sure she gets the proper education she needs. They're not even paying attention to her half the time. They're just so focused on their stupid little phones. When even as I'm doing my stuff, I'm watching my surroundings. Every single piece of it. Which is how I keep noticing whenever one of them gets up. That's how I know when people are getting up. And that's how I wound up turning on the lights usually without even looking at the switch. Because I saw someone getting up from the corner of my eye. Deliberately. I use my peripheral vision. I watch my surroundings. They don't even bother. They don't pay attention to anything but their phones and that stupid TV. And they wonder why the family's falling apart. And then there's the fact that my dad's shutting out his own brothers because of one mistake. One mistake they've made in their lives. My Uncle Chris, because he's been accused of child molestation. My Uncle Chuck, because of something he did in his area. He's shutting out my Uncle Kenny because, well, my Uncle Kenny got a little bit lazy. I don't think it was intentional. And he didn't exactly remember to call and let my grandmother talk to myself, my siblings, or her son. My father, in other words, guys, he's basically tearing this family apart. Whether he'll admit it or not, he is ripping this family apart. A real parent does not do that kind of crap, and a real brother does not do that to his own siblings. Which is why I'm still willing to talk to my own brother, despite the shit he did to me. Yeah, you guys can probably tell where I am based on that. We just had another night of rain. And plus, the whole reason I'm up here, well, I guarantee you guys already know. Because I mentioned it earlier in the video. What actually happened. Unfortunately, if I do what I need to get by, they're kicking me out of that room permanently. And I won't be able to get access to any of my stuff. Now, leave it in the comments. Tell me, guys, if that's whether or not that's illegal, guys, because I can't find that information anywhere. Is it illegal for someone to kick you out for trying to issue a warrant and calling the CPS on them? Is it legal? Leave it in the comments.